Boeing has hit a new low point, at least financially. The company has reported record annual losses following two deadly crashes involving its most popular aircraft and weak demand due to the pandemic. The plane maker recorded close to $12 billion in losses in 2020. Its prospects further dimmed as it announced delays in the delivery of its new 777X jetliner to 2023. The company's fourth quarter revenue took a 15% nosedive, plunging by $15 billion to $58.2 billion. But there's a glimmer of hope. Regulators in the US and Europe have lifted their more than a year-long ban on Boeing's 737 MAX, the best-selling plane the company's ever made. Let's get more on this now from aviation analyst Alex Macheras, who joins us now from London. Welcome back to the program, Alex. Now, a historic loss for Boeing. The US plane maker last year had the bad luck of a couple of twin crises, the first being the massive drop in air demand because of the air travel demand, I should say, because of the pandemic, as well as the grounding of its 737 MAX jet. Which issue was most damaging for Boeing's bottom line last year, do you think?
You know, it's been a combination, to be honest. It really has been a layered approach of crises for Boeing, for the wider aviation sector. Globally, of course, we've got the pandemic, and that has put every major company, small business, medium size, and of course your heavyweights like Boeing, into uncharted territory with unimaginable sufferings. There isn't an airline on this earth right now that would be willing to take an extra aircraft, another load of 120 seats with no passengers ultimately to fill, given the worldwide travel bans and the way in which air travel demand has fallen. But Boeing have taken a particularly large hit because of the 777X. That is the future long-haul flagship jet of Boeing. It took its first flight this week last year, and the intention was to have it in the skies ultimately over the next 12 to 16 months. That's now been pushed to 2023, when they hope that globally we will be in a better industry, a better climate, global stability, you know, the economy being a little bit smoother than it is now. But this is a damaging time, a blow for Boeing. It's a damaging time for the sector. And ultimately, the worst probably has not yet come in terms of the impacts of this pandemic.
But some good news for Boeing today. Air safety authorities in both Europe and the UK cleared the 737 MAX jet to return to their skies. But with the pandemic still raging across the globe, when can we expect airlines to actually put hard orders in for these aircraft?
Sure. So the 737 MAX, as you explained in the beginning, this is an aircraft that has been on the ground for 2 years following those two tragic accidents in Indonesia and Ethiopia. The world grounded this aircraft, the US one of the last countries to do so. Since then, a lot of investigations, they've concluded that the software updates are satisfactory enough to clear this jet back into the skies. In the US, it's already flying, also in Canada, Brazil, Europe today announcing they have cleared this jet to fly, along with the UK earlier this afternoon. What it means is that the airlines with these aircraft on order, because not many airlines actually received this jet yet, those with them on order will be able to receive them. But of course, these were orders placed in a very different world where air travel demand was off the charts. We had the best year ever in 2019 for the aviation sector. But as the sector begins to rebuild, it will be the smaller aircraft, the 120 seat to 150 seat range jets, that will start to build back recovery in the gradual way. And that puts the 737 MAX well placed to be able to be part of that recovery. However, I have to mention a lot of reputational damage. There are some airlines that will simply never fly this aircraft again because of the high profile sufferings, and there are many passengers that are refusing outright to board this aircraft, given it's only been a software update and not actually any structural changes.
Okay, Alex Macheras, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you again for joining us on Money Talks.
Thank you.